Jake, looking at the injuries on defense and in the secondary, how much does that put on you guys as an offense to keep the points on the board and try to score as much as possible?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it definitely puts a little bit of added pressure on us to score, but I mean, I think we put that on ourselves as well. We want to come out and score every time, no matter what. But our defense did an outstanding job of adapting, and guys, stepped up, and whether it was playing a different position or guys that maybe haven't played a lot, stepped in and played well for us. So we have all the faith in them that whoever's next up is going to play well.
Jake, what do you remember about your last trip to Gainesville, your first trip to Gainesville, how that game unfolded on offense, and how different this offense is now going back there?
Yeah, I think I was talking. I forgot who I was talking to the other day, but just how more mature we are as a team from last time. I think I was talking to Brian about it. Just how last time, me, him, Rico, DJ, TJ, all of us were just so young. And, we got down, I think, by, 10 or 14, and you would have thought we were down by, 50. So I just remember that vividly, kind of being on the sideline and just the whole mood of the game. No one had positivity. And because we're so young, we just got down on ourselves. But I think that's the biggest difference this year is just the way that guys stay positive and battle back. But that's the biggest thing I remember is just thinking about how much we've matured since then.
Jake, whether it's the shootout this past weekend or just some of these other games that have been pretty close, have you noticed you guys just aren't getting tired? Obviously Jeff Dillman, there was a lot of talk in the offseason how he got you guys prepared. Can you sense that, though, that teams are getting more tired than you guys?
I think that, it's definitely our summer conditioning that helps, but I think it's definitely the way we practice. We're full tempo, all practice. There's no break. There's no, rest period. It gets us in shape for games. And, that's one thing you want to do. Using tempo offensively is it wears down D linemen, getting them tired. But, other teams have, great programs too. So we can't just rely on that. We know we got to play with toughness and discipline and a lot of effort. So, but definitely, I think that Coach Dillman and all the strength staff helped us a lot this summer getting us ready.
What do you remember specifically about the Swamp, and where does it rank on the difficult places to play for a quarterback?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most difficult places to play. I think growing up, you kind of always see that stadium, and for me, I always kind of wanted to play there. So getting to play there has been really really cool for me. But it's definitely one of the top places to play as far as difficulty, just to hear and make calls. But that's why we got to use a lot of nonverbal stuff, a lot of hand signals to just help that out. We're definitely going to be a great atmosphere there.
Florida has a new coaching staff this year. Just what have you seen schematically from them, and did they do anything different compared to the last two times you played Florida?
Well, yeah, I think not only with a new coach, but I think each and every year, teams are going to switch it up. Obviously, coaches kind of stay with what they do, but a little bit different. But still, everyone's going to play man coverage, So it's just a matter of just making plays in one-on-one matchups. And they got great players on that side of the ball, so we got to be ready to go.
Jake, it seemed like for the last few weeks we're talking about slow starts and this and that. Are you certain that all that is in the past after these couple of games where, you guys have kind of jumped out a little bit quicker?
Yeah, I think it's just all a confidence thing. As going into a game with confidence in our game plan, confidence in and what we're starting off with. And I think you can definitely see that this past weekend. I think Debo's kick return helped that a little bit. But, definitely just guys had full confidence in what we were doing and executed it very well, and we got it in there.
Is this the most blitz-heavy team you guys have seen thus far, and what are kind of the challenges in the kinds of pressures that they throw at you?
Yeah, first and second down, they'll bring some, but definitely not as much as they do on third down. And, third down they do bring some exotic blitzes that we got to be ready for. And that's one thing that I'll dive deep into today in film work is third down. So, just got to have a plan for it and just be able to pick it up the best we can and realizing when you're hot and what your quick answers are to get the ball out of your hand.
Jake, with everything you guys accomplished last weekend, putting up over 500 yards of offense, where is this offense from a confidence standpoint right now?
Yeah, I think it's very high. I think, a lot of guys are making a lot of plays, and it's not just one guy in particular. There's a lot of guys that are stepping up, and there's just a lot of ways to attack a defense. I think that the linemen's playing with great confidence. They're making holes. They're doing great in pass protection. So, and then the receivers and the running backs are just making plays all over the field. So I think that a lot of guys see the talent that we have and what we can do, and just really confident right now.
You talk about the starter, the opening script, I assume, is what you're talking about. How many plays do you guys script going into a game, and kind of how does that work?
Yeah, so we script 8 to start off, and based on situation, if it gets to 3rd and 10, the first third down, coach will go to his third down call. But if we're moving the ball, getting first downs, he'll stay along that script, and until we get down, tight red zone might get off of it. But it's just plays that we feel really good about, based on film work. Just based on what looked good during the week. We want to get those called first, knowing that we want to start off the game fast.
Do you have those memorized going into the game? Does he even have to call them, or if it moves along, do you just know what's coming and go run right through them?
Yeah, for the most part, we know what's coming. We go over it, Thursday, and then it's on the call sheet that we get Friday, or really throughout the week, but it's installed Friday, so we definitely know what's coming.
You talked about having confidence in it. How much input do you have in it? Do the other offensive players have in terms of Brian coming to you and saying, what do you feel confident in?
Yeah, and that's one thing that's increased, I think, here recently, the past few weeks, is, just input from a lot of guys on the team, from what they want. Me and Coach BMAC sit down every Friday night and go over just any pass plays that I like, third downs that I like, high red zone calls. But I think, he's going to Debo, going to Brian, just shy, going to guys that just asking them what they like. And I think it's worked out really well for us. Friday night, or is it the opening? Yeah, so it's Thursday night. Coach McClendon gets put in stone, and then we get it Friday and kind of run through it.
Jake, this is another one about confidence. You mentioned about having confidence in the game plan going in, but after the way in which you guys win the game on Saturday and how the team has responded down in the second half, what about the confidence of being able to overcome any adversity that you guys face on Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the most impressive thing about our team right now, is that no one gets rattled. And when times get tough, we really rally around one another and really look to one another. And it just comes down to not letting the teammate down. And, that's what we pride ourselves on, is that fact of just not doing whatever we can and doing whatever it takes to not let our teammate down and to win the game. And that's what I'm just really proud about our team about.
Jake, you've been here for a while. What do you remember about Mon Denson these past few years? Maybe was he ever frustrated with the hamstring or the other injuries and maybe not getting to play as much as some of the other guys?
Yeah, he's definitely been frustrated, but that's never stopped his work ethic, his drive to get better. And he's remained confident, remained just working hard to get back. And that's the big thing that I've seen in him. Just proud of him, and he's just patiently waited his turn. Been a really good teammate, and it's paying off for him.
How good did it feel for you to see him break that long run?
I felt real good, and it felt even better if he would have got it in. We gave him some. We joked about it with him, but no, it was great to just see him. Just paying off, and really just ran hard.
This is kind of in a similar vein, but how tough was it to watch A.J. Turner kind of go through what he's gone through this season with the injury, then the concussion, and kind of him having to sit out as a junior, and then sort of how good was it to see him kind of work his way back in?
Yeah, I think kind of the same deal. I mean, just really stayed positive, working hard. I think it's a testament to the group of guys that's in the running back room. All those running backs pick each other up, and there's been countless times where Mon or AJ was doing rehab, and they would come check in on him, make sure he's doing good, and even times where they did it with him, just to keep them positive and just part of the group. I think that's one of the hardest things when someone gets hurt, kind of feeling like they're not part of the team anymore. But the running backs just do an outstanding job of just staying together, and it's really a testament to our team. But really, just they do a great job of that.
Jake, with some of those losses early on, some teams might, not find the gumption, I guess, to get back into the season. But it seems like you guys have really rallied, found some confidence, and believe that there are plenty of stakes out there for you to achieve. Is that the case with this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think Missouri game was big to win, and I think winning that game helped us a lot. I think getting these past 2 wins have helped the morale and confidence too. And Coach said it today. We have a chance to be the 4th team in school history to have back-to-back SEC winning records. And it's just a matter of pride. I mean, we've played this game since we were 5 years old, and no one likes to lose. And it's about just taking a stand and doing whatever it takes to get wins. And that's what this team's mindset has switched to, and not worried about what happened, and just taking each game one as a season at a time.
First time you guys have gotten back-to-back wins this season. How much do you think momentum can affect a year?
Oh, wow. I mean, I think that's, one of the biggest things that can affect a year. I think that's also what's been impressive with our team is we've had some setbacks and, momentum against us, but we found ways to respond each time, and it was a good feeling to get back-to-back wins. And, I think that's just a matter of how we practice. We carried over that same mindset from the Tennessee week into last week, and just how we practiced really helps us during the game. So we'll continue that this week and see how it turns out on Saturday.